The old way of creating viral ads is dead. You probably know what I'm talking about. You spend hours chasing trends, teaching yourself how to film and edit, or your other option is to drop thousands on ad agencies that you can barely even afford. But by the time that you're actually running your ads, there's already a new trend going on. And the worst part is you're back at square one, repeating the same cycle over and over again just to keep up. So how do you actually break out of that cycle and stay ahead of the curve? Well, the answer isn't more hours or more money. It's not even more experience. It's letting AI handle all your heavy lifting. Picture this, instead of wasting weeks filming and editing, you just type in your idea, and then minutes later you got a finished ad, ready to post, already optimized to sell, all in one place. This is what AI unlocks in 2026. The ability to automate the creation of fresh creatives, ad after ad, so you focus on what's important, which is growing your dropshipping business. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only have the blueprint, but also know how to make the kind of viral ads that scale my brand new dropshipping store from $100 to $100,000 in less than 30 days. But before I can even walk you through the ad creation, you've got to understand the strategies that actually make ads go viral. Listen, if your ads aren't blending in with the content that people are already scrolling through, you're already behind. Trust me, the second that it feels like a commercial, they're going to be gone, tuned out and on to the next without even thinking about it. You see, what actually works are ads that look and feel like short form content that people are already watching every day. You also want to make sure that with this content, the visuals that you're using are sharp. Just because your ads should feel organic doesn't mean that they should feel low quality. Using clear footage, this is what's gonna build trust. And the better that it looks, the easier it is for people to actually focus on the product. So whenever you're putting content together, you have to prioritize clarity. It makes the whole experience smoother for the viewer. And the good news is, Creatify makes that part so easy. It gives you a variety of options to upload and be able to use high quality images and videos so your content always stands out. Look, we all know that social media platforms such as TikTok, it thrives on trends. So when you see a format stacking up millions of views over and over, why would you sit there and try to reinvent the wheel? What you want to do is use that to your advantage, make it yours, and then just test multiple versions at once. That's how you find winning ads fast. And you have to remember, you get 1 second to grab attention. That's it. If your ad does not hit right away, that viewer is officially going to be gone. So with your content, it has to cut through the noise. Present a problem that they can actually feel and relate to, then a payoff that makes them lean in. Whether it's humor, surprise, or pure relatability, emotion is what makes content memorable. So once you got their attention, do not waste it. Always give a clear call to action so they know exactly what to do next. Whether that's a click to your site, a promo code, or a simple follow. You want to tell the viewer what to do next, or they will just continue to scroll. When you put all this together, strong hooks, organic content, real emotion, and a clear call to action, that's when your ads actually start popping off. That's what gives them the chance to go viral, bring in waves of traffic, and most importantly, put more money back in your pocket. Okay, so now that you know what makes an ad work, let's actually roll up our sleeves and let's go ahead and make one. So real quick, pause here. Go ahead and create your free Creatify account with the link right below this video in the description. Because not only is this account free, but your first ad is as well. So once you're done with that and you signed up, come back to this video and let's go ahead and walk through this together. So step one to creating your ad is simple. All you have to do is just insert your media and your product details. Now all you need to do is just grab the link of your product that you want to sell and go ahead and drop it right in this box. From there, just go ahead and shorten or adjust the product name so it fits your brand just a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and type in something like bubblegum. You even have the option to add a logo up here if you want as well. Now for this description, you can switch it up to however you want. You can take things out, even add anything in. But honestly, I like what they gave me from the jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it as it is and move forward. Now let's go ahead and head into the assets. And these are gonna be the actual videos and clips that your ads are gonna be pulling from. So the first thing I wanna do is just go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I don't really want images in here since we are making a video ad, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. Now let's take a look at these videos. Now this one right here looks solid. I mean, it's simple. It shows proof that the bubble gun actually works, and the quality here isn't bad at all. Even this one's nice too. I like the fact that she keeps her daughter entertained, which is super relatable. The only downside I have here is really just the text on screen. So I might just go ahead and cut this one out since it doesn't really fit with what I got going on here. All right, so this one right here though, this one is fire. It's a super clean shot at a baseball game. It's relatable, so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Now, these ones over here, I mean, the shape doesn't really fit the format I want for the ads, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete these ones out too. Now, here's the best part. You're not just stuck with just what's here. If you go ahead and click on this plus sign, you can actually drop in your own clips too. So for example, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in this video that I seen crush it for this product. And now this ad is instantly feeling more custom. That's really the key with assets. I mean, you gotta be selective. You gotta make sure that the format, the quality, and the content all match the styles of the ads that you're trying to run. Where the more assets that you load into this section, the more variety that Creatify has to work with, which means that they're just gonna give you stronger options for you to work with. That's why I always recommend that you still do your due diligence. You should go out there, go to TikTok ad library, Facebook ad library, grab videos and photos that are already performing well for your product in the market. and then just go ahead and upload them and add them to here. Now that we've got that uploaded, you can see that we have a minute of raw content in the asset section, which gives us plenty to work with. So let's go ahead and move on to the promotional info toggle. So this can be switched on or off depending on what you want in your ad. For this example, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it on, type in something like $29.99 for the promo price and free shipping, and go ahead and click on next. But wait, I already know the comments are gonna come up saying, well, what if I never edited a video before? Don't worry, you know I got you covered. In a moment, I'll show you how to make a professional looking edit with no experience required. Now moving on, let's head back in here and set up our video settings. All right, so for the platform, we're gonna go with Instagram, which covers all Meta platforms since they all use the same setup. Next, for aspect ratio, we're gonna go ahead and do 9:16. The duration set to 15 seconds. I do want this as short as possible so it can really pop off on Reels. And for the language, we're gonna go ahead and select English. Then for the target audience, I'm gonna go ahead and select the top 4 options and then click next so that the AI can start generating our scripts. Now this part typically takes a few seconds to load, but once it's done, we're gonna have the video ready to preview and edit. So now we're at the script selection step and we have basically 2 options here. We can either choose an AI script or we can use one of our own. Now for this demo, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the top option. But remember, you can also come in, drop in your own custom script if you want full control. And if you need to, you can even set a breakpoint in the script for pacing as well, just by clicking this add pause button right here. Now in this section, this is where you can go ahead and pick the tone of your ad. So for example, they have a Gen Z tone, inspiring tone, motivational tone, and there's also different overall styles that we can pick from like problem solver, user experience, magical experience. So many options available out there. Even just reading these first few lines on this one, I'm definitely already liking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this one to keep the Gen Z tone and then click next. Now this next step that we need to do is choose our avatar. You can either pick from the style avatars or you can also create a custom one. Now for this product, I want something that feels realistic. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the realistic avatar. Now the angle is definitely what matters here. Maybe I go with a playful dad promoting the product for his son, or maybe it's a mom like Sarah showing it off in a family setting. You could even have someone like Molina promoting it for her younger brother. But you have to understand that each choice shifts the vibe of your ad. But for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Felix. He's got that outdoorsy look and enough style options to keep things flexible. So once you go ahead and make your selection, the platform's now gonna start generating your storyboard. Now this takes a few seconds, but once it's done, you're gonna see multiple ads built out with all the scenes in place. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here titled Dynamic Vanilla and see what we got created.
We can click
The colorful lights on this bubble gun make nighttime bubble parties look like actual fairy tales, and I'm not even exaggerating. 4 bright lights illuminate thousands of bubbles, creating pure magic. Safe, non-toxic design means endless outdoor fun for ages 3-12. Make magical memories and order yours today.
So I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of perfect. This one is exactly the type of ad that I had in mind. It's super clean, it shows the product in action, and it has that fun vibe. And also it just nails the type of colorful energy that grabs attention fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit render, and then once it's finished loading, just go ahead and select edit, and then it's gonna take us directly to the timeline. Let's take a look at what we got from the jump.
We can click
The colorful lights on this bubble gun make nighttime bubble parties look like actual fairy tales, and I'm not even exaggerating. 4 bright lights illuminate thousands of bubbles, creating pure magic. Safe, non-toxic design means endless outdoor fun for ages 3-12. Make magical memories and order yours today.
All right, so not bad. Not bad at all, especially considering the fact that I haven't even touched the edit yet. Now there are a few things that I know I would want to change. Now I'm thinking I probably want to cover up this white text box right here and maybe make our avatar a bit smaller. So let's go ahead and head over to our timeline. And then from here, you can start switching up the scenes, things like background text, or just the way that it's presented. You also have the option to go into the script and make any changes that you want there. But honestly, I think the script is fine, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it as is. Now check this thing out right here. By clicking on this drop-down menu, you have a variety of voicing options Creatify gives you. So let's go ahead and put this thing to use and take a listen to a few of these.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for choosing Creatify.ai.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for choosing Creatify.ai. This is my voice and how I sound. Allow me to deliver your message.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for...
Hello and welcome.
Yep. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go with Leo since this is the one that I think fits my avatar the best and just the overall best tone for the ad. So once we got this selected, what we're gonna do now is just click on use this voice. After clicking that, we just wanna make sure to go into each scene and make the change there as well since we want a consistent tone throughout the entirety of our ad. You also have the option to add in your own voice by clicking this icon right here that says add new voice. But for this example, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with Leo. Now let's go ahead and move on to making those changes I was talking about earlier. Like I said, I usually don't like my avatar taking up too much space in the ad because it can get a bit distracting and I want the viewer focusing on the actual product versus our avatar overall. So let me go ahead and shrink the size down here across both scene 1 and 3. Now for scene 2, I want something covering this white box, so what I'm gonna do is just simply increase the caption right here until it fully covers that box. Perfect, so we got that now inputted. Now for scene 4, I like how it is, and I do have a few additions in mind, like maybe plug it in our website, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on. But even after doing all this, the question is, well, how do you know your ads are actually working? Or do you feel like you're just guessing which creatives will perform best? Well, what if there was a way to know in real time exactly how your ads are performing so you can stop the guessing and start scaling with confidence? Well, you're gonna wanna stick around because later in this video, I'm gonna reveal an innovative feature that makes this possible, allowing you to decide more effectively and find profitable ads faster than ever before. Now moving on to the second video, this section right here is where you can completely swap out your avatar anytime. Whether it's just for one scene or the whole ad, Creatify gives you the freedom to get as creative as you want. On top of that, by clicking on this emotions tab right here, you can adjust the motion of your avatar. So instead of having a flat delivery, you can make them look happy, thoughtful, worried, or even shocked. Whatever tone matches the message that you're going for. So just to show you guys what this looks like, I'm gonna go ahead and click this plus button for the worried emotion. And as you can see, he's instantly added onto our timeline with that worried emotion in scene 2. Now obviously that's not the tone that we're going for, but it is really cool knowing that we have all these options to play with. So since I'm not gonna use that, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and let's go ahead and move on to our captions. Okay, so each scene comes with its own captions that display on the video. Right now I like the text that we got, so I don't think I'm gonna be making any major changes, but let's go ahead and watch what we got so far just to make sure. Okay, so I like what the captions are looking like for 1 and 2, but as we can see on scene 3, that's where our text bubbles are really clashing, so what I'm gonna do right here is gonna be simple. Just head over here to my captions tab and make sure that each scene is set to the bold block option. That way, every single caption is clear, consistent, and it still covers that white box in scene 3. So now let's go and take a look again with the changes that we just made.
The colourful lights on this bubble gun make nighttime bubble parties look like actual fairy tales, and I'm not even exaggerating. 4 bright lights illuminate thousands of bubbles, creating pure magic. Safe, non-toxic design means endless outdoor fun.
All right, just like that, we are good to go. Now, I did see that white text box for a brief moment playing it back, but by simply extending the caption into scene 4, we got rid of that problem. So not only can you change how the captions look, but you can also adjust where they appear on the screen. So whether you want them centered, at the bottom, or styled to match your brand, you got full control over how they're displayed. Which brings us directly to this Elements tab. Here you can add stickers or watermarks directly into your ad. And as you can see, we got a bunch of different options here. Seasonal ones like Halloween, social media icons like and follow, or even engagement stickers like hearts floating up on the screen. Now this last one is actually great because it mimics the look of real Instagram engagement and makes the ad feel even more alive. Again, I'm not gonna be using these for this specific ad, but it is great to have these options. Another thing that we can layer in is music, and trust me, the sound that you use can really make or break the energy of your ad. So over here in the background music tab, you got a full library of options to play with. You can filter down by genres like hip hop, jazz, dance, classical, pretty much anything that you need to match the vibe of your product and audience. You want a high energy for a fitness product? Go with something that's upbeat and fast. Selling something more luxurious, a smoother jazz or hip hop track might make it fit better. And if you got a track already in mind that you have downloaded, you can also upload it right here and use that instead. Right now though, I'm running with the warm memory sound as it has worked pretty well for me before, so I'm going to stick with it here. Now lastly, we've got our call to action. And as you can see, there are multiple variations that you can use for your ad. To preview any of them, just click it and it's gonna show you in real time what that call to action looks like. There's also a swipe up option, a cool click here animation, and even a few different buy now buttons. And personally, I think that the simple buy now that we started with fits this ad the best, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the original. Now once we got that locked in, all that's left is to save as a new copy and then render the final video. So to do that, go ahead and click the render button right here, and you're gonna wanna hit that save as a new video option. All right, so now that it's finished rendering, let's go ahead and take a look at our finished product.
The colourful lights on this bubble gun make nighttime bubble parties look like actual fairy tales, and I'm not even exaggerating. 4 bright lights illuminate thousands of bubbles, creating pure magic. Safe, non-toxic design means endless outdoor fun for ages 3-12. Make magical memories and order yours today.
Hey, that is not bad at all. I mean, this came out looking really solid, and this only took me a couple minutes. And look, let me make it clear that I am no editor by any means. But this ad right here has me feeling like I actually know what I'm doing. And just like that, we were able to get this ad ready to run and accomplish all of this in only a couple minutes. And that is the power of AI. But here's a reality for most dropshippers. Ads just feel like a gamble. You launch a few creatives, you watch the budget drain, and you just hope that something finally clicks. Sometimes one ad does take off, sometimes it flops, and then you're left there with no clue why. Where testing feels painfully slow, scaling feels like trial and error, and every wrong move costs money. Now I want you to imagine the opposite. Instead of guessing, you got a live control center that shows you right now what's winning and what's burning cash. You see your spin, your ROAS, your click-through rate, link clicks, all in one dashboard. No more waiting weeks for answers. No more relying on gut feelings. You run real A/B tests. You cut losers instantly, and you double down on proven winners. That's why I always say that men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. Because when you have the data, suddenly you're scaling with confidence instead of fear. You're building profitable ads on demand, whether it's TikTok, Instagram Reels, or even static images, because every decision is backed by hard data. And that's exactly the edge that Creatify's Ad Max gives you. It completely takes the guesswork out of dropshipping ads, and it replaces it with a system that helps you scale with clarity, speed, and confidence. So at this point, it's clear that Creatify isn't just another tool. It's your shortcut to creating ads that actually convert. You can build them fast, you can launch across multiple platforms, and with Ad Max, you can track every move in real time. No more wasted spin, no more wasted time, just real clarity, speed, and confidence when you scale. And on top of that, if you want to stay ahead of the curve and master tools like Creatify before the rest of the market even catches on, my one-on-one mentorship program is where I personally show students exactly how to use these strategies to make your first $10,000 in 90 days, even as a complete beginner, giving you the guidance and personal edge over others in the space by handing you over the best trends, winning products, viral ad formats, and exactly how to scale with confidence and so much more. We have 3 spots left currently where you can go ahead and apply now with the link right below this video, and we'll review your application to see if you qualify. So now that you have your first ad ready, your next step is to head over to my next video where I show you how to crush Facebook ads on a small budget. So you not only have the tool, but the strategy to maximize it. As always, thank you guys for watching. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'll see you in the next one.